Hello, everybody. Happy New Year's. And this is like my first reading slash book haul of the year. Please disregard the shirt. Does it look like I was mauled by a bear? Most definitely. But I am filming this at, what time is it? 2 in the morning? 2:32 in the morning. So I really do not care about how I look because I just want to film this video. Actually, I wanted to look nice, to be quite honest with you, but then I was like thinking, I already put on this shirt. It's 2:30 in the morning. Do I really want to change again? So today's video is a book haul, and I don't know if I posted the video, but if you've watched my TikTok or my Instagram, no, I think it's TikTok. If you've watched my TikTok, you know that my 2025 book goals is the fact that I want to decrease my TBR and not buy any new books. So this is kind of a loophole because I did not buy these books. They were gifted to me because I am collaborating with another local booktuber, bookstagrammer, book talker. Basically a local book influencer and also a personal friend, Bibliomom. So we are collaborating with a new bookstagram. So she's gonna give me some books and I'm going to like do some reviews, and then we're just gonna post it on our shared Instagram. I know I have my own bookstagram, but honestly, if you follow me there, I rarely post there anymore because it's not like I don't like posting on bookstagram. It's like I don't care if I get likes or not. It's more of like I don't have time. Is that the best way? I don't have time to post it because it's like I have my blog, right? Once I post it on my blog or my book talk, I just feel kind of like, whew, okay, done, review is out. But I keep forgetting that I also have a bookstagram, and the review that I have on my blog, the amount of words, it definitely does not fit in my bookstagram. So trying to condense it all, it's just too much brain work, you know. I only have so many brain cells in a day that I can what? I can't even remember. I can use? I don't know. Okay, so today's book haul, I have 2 books that I recently borrowed from my local library, Pustaka. So the first one is George Orwell, Burmese Days. It's about his life when he was a soldier, I think. I don't know, I just borrowed it because I thought it was cool, and I've never read George Orwell's books. I keep wanting to read it, but I don't know. I tried 1984, and maybe I just wasn't in the mindset for it. It was just really confusing reading it. It's either I wasn't in the mindset or I was just dumb. Either way, so I thought, you know what, let's just try this book. It seems like it's a memoir. I feel like I can easily understand this book. Easily? My God, I really shouldn't like film this video at 2:30 in the morning because my brain cells are working overtime, and right now I only have one brain cell. It's not even plural, it's just singular. Anyways, moving on to the next book that I borrowed from the library. The next one is Days at Morisaki Bookshop by Satoshi Yagisawa. I wanted to read this because I keep seeing this everywhere on Bookstagram, basically on book social media, and I was just curious, like, is this book really that good? Is it really a cozy read? I have read some cozy reads before, but now that I think about it, is it really cozy read? It is about like a mistress literally kidnapping her lover's child because she lost her own baby, or she aborted her own baby. Maybe it wasn't a cozy read, but anyways, the point is I wanted to read this book because I'm curious. Because why is it such a hit on social media? So yes. So now going into the books that I was gifted by or given by Bibliomom, and the first one is, okay, this one I saw it on, I think, Instagram, or was it I searched for it because I went through a really bad breakup at the time, and I was searching a lot. Oh my god, excuse me. And I was searching a lot of like self-help books to get over my trauma, my childhood trauma, the breakup trauma, every type of trauma that you could think of. And then this book came up, but I couldn't afford it at the time. And I feel like this is God's way of saying, like, finally, you deserve to read this book. So this book is Maybe You Should Talk to Someone by Lori Gotlieb. I'm terrible with names. But yes, Maybe You Should Talk to Someone by Lori Gotlieb. I don't know if it's good. People say it's good. So here you go. The next one I chose is Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. Okay, this one, I wanted to read it, but again, I couldn't afford it. So I wanted to read this book because I keep seeing it recommended by another local book social media influencer, Azzy Reads. She loves this book, so I really wanted to read it. And also I keep seeing snippets of the TV show, and it seemed really, really interesting. So gonna read this. The next book that I have is Girl in the Walls by AJ Gnuse. Is the G silent? I don't know. I'm not sure what this book is about. I just chose it because it looked interesting. So the next one is Future Perfect by Felicia Yap. The reason I chose this book is because I read a previous book by Felicia and I enjoyed that book. Maybe not as much as I wanted to. Basically, the premise of the first book that I read from her was really, really great, but the execution was kind of lacking. But her premise really did stuck in my mind. So I wanted to read this book. I don't know if this is her second book, perhaps. I'm not too sure. But I felt like, you know what? She probably improved in her writing because the premise that she had was really interesting. Her writing was also very good. So I thought, you know what? Let's try another book from her. And then the next one is Cloud Cuckoo Land by Anthony Doerr. Don't know what this book is about. I just thought the book was interesting. Look at the cover. It looks really nice. So the last book is Bullet Train by Kotaro Isaka. And honestly, when I chose this book, I just thought it was interesting, and I just realized that it's the movie that's on Netflix. So, yeah. Also, now that is out of the way, this is also going to be an introduction to how I'm going to tackle my TBR for 2025. I've already done listing all the amount of books that I have, as you can see, my physical books. And then I have two methods in wanting to decrease my TBR. One is using prompts, and the other is just randomizing it, because I feel like with me, I know myself, I get bored easily. If you force me to read something, I won't read it. So I've decided, okay, let's just do both. One is prompts and the other is just randomizing all the book titles. So in my previous attempts in my TBR decreasing thing, I cannot brain right now. I forgot what the prompt was, but I'll just put it somewhere here what the prompt was if I still have that video. But the books that were chosen was let me see. I think the book that was chosen was The Boy with the Blue Trousers by Carol Jones. I think the prompt is something blue or something. And the other one is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. So I haven't read The Boy with the Blue Trousers by Carol Jones, but I have finished The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, and I gave this book a rating of 5 out of 5. I loved it, actually. Some of my friends didn't. I'm not too sure why they didn't like it, but I liked it. I can't remember why. I haven't checked the review, but I know they disliked this book. I just can't remember why. But anyways, so I finished this book, The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, and I gave this book a 5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. Madeline Miller's writing is, again, superb, very poetical, very poetic. I loved her first book, Circe, and I thought, like, reading this book is gonna be like the same. I'm gonna like it the same level. But once I finished reading The Song of Achilles, I actually like The Song of Achilles more than I like Circe. And the reason for that is because with The Song of Achilles, I know the time frame, you know? You can see when Patroclus meets Achilles, their age, they were still kids at the time, and then they became teenagers, and it's very human. Their growth and their their growth is very human, obviously, because they're human. I can relate. With Circe, I couldn't, because obviously she's a goddess and she's immortal. So when you're reading Circe, it just feels like a very, very, very long day, which I think is the whole point, because when you're immortal, every day just bleeds into each other. So that is one reason why I liked The Song of Achilles more. Another reason is because when I was a kid, I loved watching Troy, because I was really in my Brad Pitt era, okay? I mean, that man is gorgeous. He is allegedly an abuser, but nobody can deny, in his prime, he was gorgeous. So I loved watching Troy, and towards the end, obviously, The Song of Achilles. It's like I could imagine the scenes, and it's completely helped by Madeline Miller's poetic writing. I was immersed. I was there, you know? I was completely there. And I was just like, oh, that's why I liked it. Also, it's like, I don't know how to say. It's like Madeline Miller's writing. Like, there's SA in this book. But how she writes it is unfortunately so poetic. I have never read something that is so horrendous, written so poetically and so beautifully. I didn't know what to feel. On one hand, I was just like, wow, that's really beautiful writing. On the other hand, I was just like thinking, oh my god, was that goddess just R-worded by a human? Geez, no wonder she hates humans. So, yeah. What other things? What? My god. I really shouldn't film this in the morning, because not only am I losing brain cells, I'm also losing my voice. What else do I like about, like, The Song of Achilles? Oh, now I remember. Because of the poetic writing, I keep saying poetic, but because of the writing, I really could get into the character of Patroclus and Achilles, and it made sense. The ending made sense for me, and it hurt me. I really felt for Patroclus, because it's like I could imagine being him. He sounds like a Pisces. I don't know when Patroclus was born, but he sounds and feels and loves like a Pisces would, or at least a water sign, you know? And I understand how it feels to love somebody and putting them on a pedestal, like everything is about them, nothing is about you, and then you are just collateral damage in the other person's greed to be somebody, you know? And obviously with Achilles, it kind of made sense why he wanted to be a somebody. Imagine you are a demigod, and then your mother keeps whispering to you that you're going to be somebody, you're going to be the best of the best. Like, you were born to be great, literally chosen by the gods, born to be great. So wouldn't you be a bit narcissistic about your skills and about your greed? Is it even greed? I know that Patroclus says, like, hey, let's just not do this, you know, let's just live our lives alone together. But they were young when they actually went to Troy, so it made sense why he was just blinded by everything. I wish he didn't, and he wasn't blinded by greed, by the hunger for power, because it's like, I know how it ends, obviously, because of like the mythology, and obviously from watching the movie Troy, I know how it ends, and it just ends so bad that I'm just like, please, please, Achilles, listen to Patroclus for heaven's sake. But obviously he didn't. And do I say, did I cry? No, I did not cry. I definitely felt a lot of emotions, but it's not, it didn't make me cry. I don't know what makes me cry. I'm not too sure. But it hurt. It hurt a lot seeing Patroclus go through so much pain. And for a man, honestly. And I like how the author describes their love, and their love for the opposite sex, especially when it comes to Patroclus, because Patroclus does love Briseis. I can't say her name. Briseis, whatever. Okay, I like that he said that if he wasn't in love with Achilles, my bad, if he never met Achilles, if he never loved Achilles, he would definitely love Briseis. And I don't know, I like that, because it's like, yeah, that happens, you know? You can love two people at the same time, you know? Different levels of love, but still love. It's just, you know, your choice of what to do with the love. So yeah, those between two of my, actually I have 3 TBRs, 3 books that I chose for the TBR challenge. The first one I DNF'd because I think it's like Vernon Gotlieb. Let me get the book. So yeah, this was the first book. It was from a randomizer for my TBR challenge, Vernon Gotlieb. I could not finish this book because the writing is just so, I wouldn't say it's complicated, but it's so different. The writing style is so different than the things that I have been reading that I don't understand. I don't understand the American culture, that I'm like, I don't feel like reading this book right now. But I'm not going to give it away because this is a gift by my cousin, so I'm going to keep it. Probably down the road I'll probably be more into reading it. So then we have obviously Song of Achilles and The Boy with the Blue Trousers. So now I feel like, you know what, I don't think I'm going to read The Boy with the Blue Trousers yet. So I'm just going to choose from my new batch of books what to read, and yeah, and put it in my TBR challenge. Anyways, that is enough for today's video of my book haul and my TBR challenge. My god, this video is all over the place. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good New Year's, and I hope you guys will reach your reading goals for this year. And please also pray for my reading goals, that I achieve my reading goals for this year. And yeah, bye.